Alright, guys, welcome back to JFabe Wrestling. Still in Survivor Series season. I'm going to rebook Survivor Series 2010. So, Survivor Series 2010 took place November 21st, 2010, in Miami, Florida, with the attendance of roughly 18,000 and the buy rate of 244,000. And the poster features Wade Barrett, who was part of the Nexus, and they're like the main story at the time. And let me get into the card right here. So we have Daniel Bryan defeating Ted DiBiase to retain his United States Championship. John Morrison defeated Sheamus. Dolph Ziggler defeats Kaval to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Team Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, The Big Show, Chris Masters, Kofi Kingston, and MVP defeat Team Del Rio, Alberto Del Rio, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Tyler Rex. Natalya defeats Layla and Michelle McCool to win the Divas Championship. Kane versus Edge ended in a draw. That was for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Nexus, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel defeated Santino and Vladimir Kozlov to retain their tag team championship. And in the main event, John Cena's special guest referee Randy Orton defeating Wade Barrett to retain his WWE championship. So yeah, I mean, this, to be honest, wasn't really a good card. Had some solid matches like Morrison and Sheamus, the Ziggler and Kaval, Bryan and DiBiase. There wasn't too much Survivor Series matches here, so I'm definitely going to try and change that. I had John Cena on my card as well. And yeah, just moving people around. Kane versus Edge was not a good world title match. So yeah, I'm going to try and move people around and try to make this card a little better. So let's get into it right now. So the first match, I just have a 5-on-5 Divas match. We have Beth Phoenix, Kelly, Melina, Eve Torres, and Natalya versus Lay Cool, the Bella Twins, and Maryse. So yeah, just simple standard stuff here. Lay Cool and the Bella Twins, they could try and like bully the other divas, and the other divas, are not, they're not going to accept that, especially Beth Phoenix. So yeah, good match. I'd actually have Beth Phoenix be the sole survivor, last eliminating Michelle McCool maybe. And yeah, I think if you give the women some time, you try not to rush them, I think they could have a pretty solid match. So next match, we have what happened in real life, the Intercontinental Championship match, Dolph Ziggler versus Kaval. So yeah, and keep the build the same. Kaval's this young rookie. Dolph Ziggler he kind of looks at him as a joke, but Kaval could get some, surprise wins in tag team matches and even pin Ziggler. And yeah, I think, again, give these guys like 10, 15 minutes to be a good match. It's funny to see Kaval, a.k.a. Loki, on WWE pay-per-view. I believe this is like his only one maybe. So yeah, Dolph Ziggler retains in a solid match and competitive match. All right. Next match, we got Team Airborne. So we got Evan Bourne, Santino Marella, Vladimir Kozlov, the Hart Dynasty versus Team Miz. So you got the Miz, Alex Riley, William Regal, Ted DiBiase, and Ezekiel Jackson. So going into this, I'd have, I believe I had Evan Bourne as U.S. champion, and the Miz is trying to take the belt off him. And yeah, and there's a lot of actually other people that want to take the belt off. I have Evan Bourne, you have like William Regal trying to attack Evan Bourne, Ted DiBiase trying to attack Evan Bourne, so Evan Bourne gets some help. He has Santino and Vladimir and the Hart Dynasty to help him out here. And yeah, give these guys like 20 to 30 minutes. I think it'd be a good match. I'd actually have the final two be Evan Bourne versus The Miz. And I'd actually have Evan Bourne get the clean win with the Airborne. And 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'll talk about why I had Evan Bourne win here, because obviously The Miz is the Money in the Bank winner, but I have some plans for Evan Bourne. All right. Next match, we got another Survivor Series tag team match. This time from SmackDown, we got Team Edge. So we got Edge, The Big Show, Kofi Kingston, MVP, and Chris Masters versus Team Vickie. We got Del Rio, Kane, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Cody Rhodes. So Edge was on Raw to have him lose like a loser leaves Raw match against Randy, because if you looked at my SummerSlam booking, it was Edge and Randy, so I'd have them continue to feud and in a loser leaves Raw match. And yeah, Edge is on SmackDown and Vickie's like super happy. He's like, oh, welcome back, Edge. You know, I missed you, all that stuff. And then Edge could like say, you know, I'm done with you, Vickie. Like, the past is the past, but I'm done with you. And then Vickie could be like, okay. And then Vickie could ask Del Rio for some help. Del Rio, Kane, they attack Edge. Big Show comes to make the save. And then they make the match Team Edge versus Team Vickie. Yeah, so obviously Edge and Del Rio, they had pretty good chemistry, especially at the WrestleMania match. You got the two big men, Kane and the Big Show. And then you got Kofi and Drew. They were kind of in like the IC title feud as well. You know, you got the Masterpiece against the dashing Cody Rhodes. And also you got, you know, Jack Swagger, the All-American, versus, you know, the most valuable athlete, MVP. So I think this would be a good mixture here. And I'd actually have, be Edge versus Del Rio and Kane. I'd actually have Edge eliminate Del Rio by the spear, and Edge is going for a spear again. I'd actually have Vickie distract Edge, and Del Rio could hit his enziguri finisher. And Alberto gets the win. Obviously, this will continue the Edge versus Vickie stuff. And I think this would be a nice victory for Del Rio to be the sole survivor, because obviously he gets the big push in the next year. So, yeah. All right. Now we got the World Heavyweight Championship match. Rey Mysterio versus The Undertaker. The rematch from Royal Rumble 2010. So at SummerSlam, I had Rey. He fought CM Punk for the title. He'd retain. And again, like I said, the Undertaker Kane stuff, I would end that at SummerSlam. And then they could kind of build to this match where Rey's like, he's looking for someone to fight at Survivor Series. Undertaker comes out and says, Rey, remember Royal Rumble, I beat you, so I want my rematch to get the title back. And Rey's like a little hesitant, but he's like, you know what, I accept. And then they could also hype, this is like Undertaker. I believe this was like his 20th anniversary, right? He debuted at Survivor Series 1990. So, yeah, I think, building the feud, obviously face versus face. You know, Taker could play some mind games with the gong and, you know, showing up behind Rey, doing the cutthroat taunt. And you could even have Rey like catch Undertaker with a 619 during one of his matches. So, yeah, I know like Undertaker, he wasn't on the card and like he got buried alive at was it Bragging Rights? But you might as well have Undertaker on the card. You know, it's like 1 month later, and I don't think he was injured or anything. And actually, I'd have like the Undertaker about to win, to be honest. And if he's healthy, I'd actually have, this is where I'd actually have Triple H come out and actually cost the Undertaker the match with the ref down. So Taker hits a tombstone on Rey. Ref is down though. Triple H comes from behind, pedigree, and you know, Undertaker does a sit-up. He's looking at Triple H through the ropes, but then he gets caught into the 619, dropping the dime 1, 2, 3, and yeah, this obviously sets up the Triple H Taker match at WrestleMania 27. Triple H could say, you know, Undertaker, the reason I've been in WWE is because my best friend Shawn Michaels is gone, but now it's time to get revenge, you know. So it kind of sets up the feud, I think, better, you know, because the way they set it up was they just both appeared on Raw, like out of nowhere, and they looked at the WrestleMania sign. But this actually gives it a little more substance. And yeah, it gives a nice match here too as well. You know, I like having rematches, you know. And Undertaker and Rey, they'd have a great match, and then builds up to Triple H versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 27. And then we got the main event of the evening here. Team Raw, John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, John Morrison, and R-Truth versus Team Nexus, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, David Otunga, Justin Gabriel, and Heath Slater. So just basing it off my SummerSlam booking, Wade Barrett's still champ. Daniel Bryan, he's obviously still in the Nexus. He helped Wade Barrett win the title at SummerSlam 2010. But there's still some tension there between Bryan and Wade Barrett. Obviously, there was other Nexus members, but I believe Skip Sheffield got injured. Michael Tarver got injured. Darren Young got kicked out. And I think this is like, these five are the main core that I would actually attach to Nexus. Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, they became a tag team. David Otunga, and obviously Wade Barrett, and then Daniel Bryan. The rest of them, like, I didn't really, associate them because I guess their run was too short. Michael Tarver, Darren Young, I don't really see him as a Nexus guy. And then obviously they had like Michael McGillicuddy and Husky Harris, and obviously they did better in other gimmicks. So yeah, these were the five that I'd actually associate most with the Nexus. Yeah, straight simple, John Cena challenges Nexus. He says, if Team Raw wins, Nexus is done. If Team Nexus wins, John Cena has to join the Nexus. So yeah, I think it'll be a good match. Yeah, you can give them like 30, 40 minutes. Obviously, there's tension here because you got Sheamus on Team Cena, or Team Raw, So, you can't trust Sheamus. He's still a heel here. And, yeah, I'd actually have Sheamus actually broad kick Randy Orton to eliminate Randy. And then he would actually walk off. So it'd be like Cena against Barrett, Bryan, and Otunga. And, yeah, I'd have Cena, catch Otunga in the STFU. So Otunga taps, and it's Barrett, Bryan, and Cena. And I actually have Barrett, accidentally clock Bryan with the title. Cena, gets rid of him and hits the AA on Bryan. 1, 2, 3. Now it's 1-on-1. Cena versus Barrett. And yeah, I'm actually thinking here if I would have CM Punk debut and say he's the leader of the Nexus and cost Cena the match. But I don't know if I want to do that. So, I think just Cena gets maybe the clean win here and kind of ends the Nexus maybe. Or, Wade Barrett can get the win, and then you could also play off, Cena joining and maybe have their blow-off match at WrestleMania 27. So maybe I'll give Barrett the win here. I just really don't know how. Obviously, it won't be clean. If you have any ideas of how Barrett should win. But I actually have Barrett win, so Cena joins the Nexus. And Cena says, okay, before I join the Nexus officially, because Barrett says, shake my hand, officially being the Nexus. And then Cena, AA's Barrett on the announce table, throws him back in the ring, shakes his hand while he's down. And then The Miz comes out. And, he walks by Cena, and Cena, he wants to stop The Miz, but he hates Wade Barrett, so he says, go for it. The Miz cashes in, wins the WWE title. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you think. And that's why I actually had Evan Bourne win, because, I would actually have Evan Bourne and The Miz have a little program at, TLC. So Cena's in the Nexus, and then I'd have him get his way out at WrestleMania 27. Builds up The Undertaker versus Triple H. So, yeah. Builds Del Rio as a credible main eventer. So, yeah, guys. That's my card, Survivor Series 2010. I'll run down the card again one more time for you. So, we got Beth Phoenix, Kelly Kelly, Melina, Eve Torres, and Natalya versus Michelle McCool, Layla, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Maryse. Intercontinental Championship, Dolph Ziggler versus Kaval. Team Airborne, Evan Bourne, Santino Marella, Vladimir Kozlov, and the Hart Dynasty versus Team Miz. So we got the Miz, Alex Riley, William Regal, Ted DiBiase, and Ezekiel Jackson. Team Edge, you got the Edge, the Big Show, Kofi Kingston, MVP, and Chris Masters versus Team Vickie. You got Del Rio, Kane, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Cody Rhodes for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio versus The Undertaker. And in the main event, Team Raw, John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, John Morrison, and R-Truth versus Team Nexus, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, David Otunga, Justin Gabriel, and Heath Slater. And after the match, The Miz cashes in. So The Miz versus Wade Barrett. And that's when The Miz becomes the WWE champion. He became champion the next night, so you might as well have it here on pay-per-view. So yeah, guys, that's my card. Let me know what you think about my Survivor Series 2010. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.